All right, so I know you're probably wondering why I have a jump rope. Why am I jump roping? Well, because it's the best way to figure out footwork, timing, and rhythm, which we're gonna be doing a lot of in the next upcoming courses. And for right now, we're gonna mainly focus on your footwork. Last time in the intro course, we worked on very direct footwork, bouncing, moving forward and back with our techniques. Now this time, we're learning about rotation, a different direction. And so we're gonna learn two types of, lack of better words, footwork movements. The first one is called an angle step. Now an angle step is exactly what it sounds like. It's not moving front and back as that direct, but it is moving forward, rather with your front leg or your back leg at an angle, meaning not directly toward my target. So if I'm facing you and I do an angle step, I'm taking my front left leg and I'm stepping off to the side. Or I'm taking my back right leg and I'm stepping off to the side. Either way, I'm doing two things. One, I'm getting closer to you, but two, I'm stepping off to the side. I'm not directly in front of you. So how do we do this? If I'm facing in front of Bob, I'm bouncing. Last time we learned forward and back, but this time we're gonna step off to the sides at a V. I'm gonna have my front leg in front, which is obvious. I'm gonna have my front leg in front. I'm gonna step with that leg in that direction. So my left leg is gonna step to the left. If I have my right leg in front, my right leg is gonna step to the right. For right now, I'm gonna practice my left leg. So left leg, I'm gonna step off to the side, moving my head and my body, and bringing my back leg with me. I'm not just gonna keep it back there, because it's gonna hold me back. I wanna move quick and I wanna move fast. So I'm bouncing, I step off to the side, closer to my target, but off at an angle. Same thing goes with the back leg technique. If I'm bouncing, I'm gonna move my right leg to the right, stepping forward this time, off to the side and moving at an angle. So play with this. This is gonna be very crucial when it comes to avoiding straight and direct techniques, which we're gonna cover in the intermediate course. But for right now, just get comfortable moving. Just playing with your punches, playing with your strikes, and moving off at an angle. Playing with your, punches at the same time. It's gonna work wonders. Now, the second footwork we have is a pivot step. So a pivot step is gonna be moving either once or twice. What do I mean by that? Meaning, when I do a pivot step, it looks like this. Or it can look like this. Or it can look like this. It all depends on what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it. So let's break it down just a little bit more. A pivot step is rotating 90 degrees. Last time we worked in move out of angle, which is a V. This time we're fully rotating at a 90-degree angle to face a different direction. So when I do a pivot step, depending on which way I want to turn, kind of dictates on how many feet I can move and where I'm going to move it at. For right now, we're going to start off very simple, and we're going to pivot to the right, meaning I'm going to turn my body and look to my right. And I'm going to do it the same direction as you. So with my left leg in front, my right leg in back, I'm going to pivot to my right. I'm going to swing my right leg behind me, turn my chest to my right, and now I'm facing where I was planning to aim. So one more time. Pivot step to the right, or in this case, pivot step to the left, looking to the right. One more time, and reset. Now, I'm gonna pivot step moving to the right. Not rotating, but moving to the right. So I'm stepping this way to look to my left. So taking my right leg, not going behind me, but going in front of me, stepping off to the side, turning to my left. Now I'm approaching my left direction with the pivot step. Now, the reason why I said you can dictate how many feet you move is because when it comes to pivoting off to the, I would say, open side, in this case is my right leg, I can take 2 steps. If I pivot off this way, I can not only step with this leg and just turn my body, I can also step with this leg and fully rotate my left leg back to switch stances. It's not as big of a deal. If it confuses you, don't worry about it. It's just another option we have later on down the line. But let's go through all 3 ways one more time, just so you got it in. So, bouncing, I'm gonna pivot to the left, meaning I rotate my back leg backwards. 1 time, bring that right leg around, and I turn to the right, and then I reset. 1 more time, pivot to the left, and then reset. Now I'm gonna pivot to the right with 1 step. Step, and turn to my left, and then reset again. Bouncing, step with my right, and pivot to the left. Now I'm gonna pivot to the right and take 2 steps. So pivot to the right leg steps, left leg swings around. Now have my right leg in front facing my left direction as I were before. 1 more time. Right leg steps, left leg pivots, and facing left with my right leg in front. So that is your pivot step. Practice both of these, get very comfortable with them, play around with it. It's not gonna be easy, I know, I understand, but that's why this is in the beginning course, because by the time we reach intermediate and advanced, you're gonna be using these a lot to use on your defenses, to set up your combinations, to set up your combos. This is gonna be crucial. So have fun with it, play with it on the pads, work on it until it gets a bag or a bob, and let's get started with the next, course. I'll see you soon.